Okay, everybody here? How you doing there? Good seeing you. Okay, we're all here. We need some updates on the new X3. Did we do a dyno? What did we get?
Well, the new X3 M50 showed 500 brake horsepower and was the
Okay.
first test. The second one showed 485 brake horsepower.
Okay, that sounds promising. Good job, everybody. That's very promising. What was the last model making?
Well, last time we did not offer the M50, we're offering the X3 M40i.
Correct. The X3 M40i, yes, that one.
Well, on paper, that one did 382 brake horsepower, but again, it was the M40i.
So, perfect. The new one is making 398 brake horsepower. Now, what was the 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, 0 to 60?
The best we got was 3.9 seconds.
Okay, so 0 to 100 or 0 to 62 miles per hour, we got 4.6 apparently. Okay, perfect. Okay, everybody, we're done. Good job, everyone. Just remember, this is just a normal family SUV, and make sure you guys add a lot of badges, but nice work, everyone. This is the all-new 4th generation BMW X3 M50, the second best-selling model since introduction in 2003 in the BMW lineup. In fact, BMW has sold more X3s than Google has sold Pixel phones. Yeah, that was shocking to me too. Special thanks for this video goes to our great friends at Bud's BMW, located in Oakville, Ontario, Canada. They're kind enough to allow us to borrow this beauty for the day, take it for a drive, and show you everything you need to know about the new BMW X3 M50. If you want to check out this thing in person, don't forget, check the link in the description below. So, what's new with the 4th generation BMW X3 M50? Well, let's start first with the exterior. My first impressions of the new BMW X3. Well, before I saw this model, I saw a white one at the dealership, and I thought it looked like an angry panda. Actually, a white angry panda. This, on the other hand, looks a bit more like a smaller version of the BMW XM. Still angry, and the kidney grills might as well be called the kidney stones because they're larger than ever. 2025 BMW X3 M50's front end is a bold mix of aggression and elegance. The redesigned kidney grills are slightly larger and now come with a new contour lighting, giving them a striking presence even in the dark. The headlights are slimmer and more angular. The front bumper now features larger intakes, which not only make the car look sportier, but also help with cooling. Overall, it's a facelift that manages to be sophisticated without losing its edge, and also easy to spot. Moving on to the rear side, well, even here it gets quite interesting. In fact, this vehicle has an identity crisis in the back. Why? It doesn't know whether it wants to be a hatchback or a sporty SUV, so they just went with a sporty hatchback fast SUV kind of thing. That's exactly what they did. But I have to admit, it looks really nice and it looks better than ever. Why? I love the taillights and I love the quad exhaust system. Finally, they did that because many people have spent a lot of money making the M340i look like a fake M3. In this case, you don't have to worry about that anymore because this one has quad exhaust. So if this thing looks this good, I can't even imagine how the full M is going to look like. Moving on to the side profile. First of all, we've got new wheel designs and we have different sizes. In this case, we've got the 21-inch, and then we've got different design for the side profile, including the door handles, which are now have this flush design, similar to other BMW vehicles. I believe the iX has similar handles as well. The whole thing looks nice and clean. Then we've got the side mirrors, which continue with that M design, very beefy, kind of like a car that went to the gym but just forgot about leg day. The 2025 BMW X3 M50 has grown compared to the 2024 model. Now it is longer by 1.3 inches at 187.2 inches, and of course it is wider by 1.1 inches, making it even more spacious. The height has been reduced by an inch, just giving a bit more of a sportier stance. The cargo space has also improved, with the rear seats up, offering 31.5 cubic feet of space, up from 28.7 with the 2024 model. Okay, into the second row. First thing you notice is that because it is larger now, you get a bit more space overall. It's not a huge difference, but you notice that it actually feels larger in the back. We've got a beautiful panoramic all the way across. The seats are nice and comfortable, except this part here, which kind of looks like a pancake. They're so flat a little bit. But I usually don't prefer when they're bucket style in the back, because it just makes it a little bit more comfortable and reduces the space overall. So this kind of design kind of makes sense. We've got an armrest. We have an armrest in the center. Also with these seats, you get the BMW logo stitching, which is a nice touch. Also the suede finish at the top, including the headrest. Next thing, we've got a sunshade with this package, which is nice and handy. You've got here, probably they're going to have screens in here, which is an option. You can get screens in the back or any other accessories, which is nice. In the center, we have a screen for the climate unit. You've got heated seats, you can control the climate unit. And also we have 2 USB-C ports. Leg room, nice and comfortable, tons of space. The seat is set in the front as if I was the driver. I quite like it. We've got speakers here powered by Harman Kardon to give you the best audio system. Overall, very spacious. Okay, jumping onto the inside of the BMW X3, the new one, the driver's cockpit initially. First of all, to me, this is very familiar. Why? Because I've seen this design before. The X2 has the same one. The X1 has a similar design. We've got this massive curved display behind the steering wheel, which kind of feels like it was glued to the dashboard. There's the heads-up display now, larger than before. The steering wheel is nice and grippy. The pedal shifters are quite nice, large as well. And then the entire design here for the steering wheel, very similar to what you saw in the new BMW i7, new BMW iX, and so on. You see that in here. They've removed a lot of buttons on here, but because you have these large screens. Another thing I noticed is the interior lighting, which kind of makes you feel like you're in a nightclub. Door here onto the other side. It's a nice feeling. It makes you feel like you're in a very luxurious vehicle, but at the same time it does feel like you're inside of this 90s nightclub. Moving on to the center area, we've got a large charging pad. They made sure that the next iPhones or Samsungs will fit in here after 4 years from now, because they're just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Mine fits, but in fact it has more space. There's also the second part where you can charge another phone with a wire, and you can slide it right in there. This is very similar to what you see in the BMW X1. That similar design, it's in here. They removed all that design that was in here. Now you have that, and also removed all the buttons. Another thing I noticed, it has the M crest, like Superman. See what I did there? Superman. It's right in there. So when people jump in, they know that this is some sort of M car. Which is quite nice. Moving on to this side over here, we've got the control unit, which I very much appreciate. Why? Because I love this. It's easy to use, and also I hate fingerprints on the screen. So this, nice work, engineers. Really nice work. This one I love. There's an armrest to give you some extra space. The seats are comfortable, very much like what BMW stands for. Driver's experience. Focus on the driver's side very much and forget about the passengers. I mean, who cares about the passengers anyways? The seats got a nice suede, stitching everywhere, bucket style, comfortable. I've been driving this thing for a while today, and it's quite comfortable inside. I like the design. few things I wish they put more, as just some button here and there would be nice. Although I appreciate the new design for the door switches, I have a little problem. See, because I am tall, while driving today, I kept hitting those buttons, as you can see from the screen. Just a little bit annoying. Those shifts are amazing, and that sound is amazing. What do we have in here? Well, it's the famous B58s, just engineered differently to the outgoing model, making this time 398 brake horsepower and 428 pound-feet of torque. It is equipped with an 8-speed automatic transmission, which is also now refined to be even faster. Yes, a B58 that makes more horsepower. The dream has come true for a lot of BMW guys, and this one makes that possible. 0 to 60, 4.4 seconds. 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, about 4.5, 4.6. Let's be honest, it's probably going to do faster than that because we know this engine is well capable. It also has a hybrid system, a 48-volt mild hybrid system, to be able to give you better fuel efficiency, but also a bit more power and make it even more interesting. This also has a sport boost mode. Oh my goodness, that transmission is so quick. Downshift. Another downshift. It's so smooth, though you don't even feel the downshift on this thing. Put your foot down. Fantastic. Electronic controlled dampers. We've got big brake kit in the front, same thing in the back. You've got manual mode transmission with this, which can have a lot of fun. And the pedal shifters are large enough so that any hands will be able to have fun with this thing. I love how this thing drives. And a lot of things that I was concerned about, which was, is it gonna be just another X3 M40i? Well, I'm not concerned anymore because it's actually so much faster than that. You can feel that through the transmission, how much quicker it is in comparison to the outgoing model. And one thing I also noticed that when you shift, there's not that hard bump that you get behind you, which kind of annoyed me previously. That's completely gone. The upshift and downshifts are so smooth. The sound, that's probably another thing that people are asking. I don't hear it as much from the speakers, and having said that, it growls a lot. It feels deeper compared to the outgoing model. The sound is a bit more refined. It also has to do with the exhaust system because now we've got quad exhaust system in the back. I love how this thing drives. Now, having said that, if I really want to, I can just enjoy a normal drive. I'm just going to go into my modes and go into personal, and now this beauty becomes an absolute civilized machine you can have fun with. I like what they've done with this. The interior looks nice, very much like what a BMW should look like on the inside, and that is something that BMW continues to deliver with these new models. Love this.